PODical Podcast Interview, Episode 6. I am your host, your brother, your friend, your main man, your uncle or nephew, depending on how old you are, James Harris. And before we move any forward, I have to give y'all a real big apology. Really don't have to, but I feel compelled to do so right now. Took a long break. Had to get a whole lot of things not really in order, but it's all about foundation here. You're going to see a whole lot of different improvements. You're going to see a different cast of people that we're going to be interviewing and talking to, and you're going to see that this little hiatus that your man took was well worth it. But without any further ado, this next young man that I'm going to introduce is somebody that I've known for a very long time. I think where we met, I was just about leaving when he came in. I've known of his family, very proud of him, the Harper family, Southside, Westside Phoenix represent. This man has brought you some of the most exquisite and exclusive events that have happened in the past couple of years. If you got a Facebook, if you got a social media, if you live in Arizona or California, New Mexico, you've heard about these parties. This man is very humble, but he has people flying out from different cities just to come to the intersection of party and lifestyle. And we understand he is also a very God-fearing man. I know his family very well, but without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Arizona's own, my man Dracy Harper. What's going on, bro?
Man, I appreciate it. That's a great introduction.
Yes, sir.
And that's more, but that's definitely good, man. I don't even know what to say after that.
Man. It's all right.
Bringing it in like that, I wasn't expecting that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you having me, man. Come out and check you out.
No problem, man. And we are actually at my church. We're in my pastor's studies right now, and the exclusiveness. We are actually having an event here at Broadway Missionary Baptist Church, our Friends and Family Sundays. This is like our party for church. You know what I mean?
Kids, friends, family.
Kids running around. We got the food trucks. We have some dominoes and some spades for some Baptist people in there having a time. They're dancing. They're just enjoying themselves on this warm Sunday. But let's get right down to business, man. So we actually reconnected through my man D from Detroit. Told me, I got this party that I'm going to. I want you to come check it out. And at this time, you know, I'm just like open to do some stuff. He showed me a picture, and I'm like, man, he looked familiar. And you know, long story long, we had our first conversation, and it's like, you know, when you haven't seen someone in a long time, sometimes you have to remove the mustache and the beard or the hair or the glasses or whatever. And for you, I had to do all of that because I think the last time we were really around each other, you were probably 12 13 years old, you know. And we're both church buddies, church members, family from way back. But so he told me who it was, and we finally had our conversation, and it blew me away because what started to connect is how often I've heard your name before we actually reconnected. You know, you're doing a whole lot. But let's back up. Let's start. Give me your story. Just give me your upbringing. Everything up to when you start to become Mr. Harper, the party goer extreme professional. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I don't even know where to start really, but you know, I'm born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona.
What's up?
I'm right here off of 27th and Pueblo, off of Broadway. You know, that's where my family grew up, Primus family.
Southside.
You know, grew up over here. I did used to live in Oakland. I lived in Oakland for a little bit when I turned. It was like 2004, so I guess I was 11. So yeah, because I had just left here, so that I haven't seen you since I was about 10, 9, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had went to Oakland for like 2 years and then came back when I was in the 6th grade and being back. And then other than that, man, I've just been with the family. I've always been a family man. You know, my grandmother had 18 children. So I've always had different personalities. I know how to be around people, how to block stuff out if I needed to, but I know how to associate with people.
You got one of them families that I've known like throughout all the portions of my life. Like before we met, I was going to junior high with your uncle and your auntie, you know, rest in peace, Trey Sean. And then all throughout church, you know, your
aunties,
Eliza and Teresa, you know what I mean? And then, so, I'm sorry, but go ahead, this is crazy.
And then, you know, even how we reconnected is just more like when we had the conversation, it's like, wait, we actually a lot closer than y'all, like we reconnected through other people, but we actually closer than the people that we actually met through, and you know, how we actually had the conversation, so that was pretty interesting too. But yeah, the parties really just came from being around the family, being around a lot of people. Before there was really parties, like I was just throwing basically backyard barbecue. You know? That's why I called it the backyard boogie, which I just decided to give it a name later on because I was doing them all out of pocket, right? I was doing everything out of pocket. The same parties that we have now, but I was doing it out of pocket. Right. Everybody was coming, but it started getting bigger and bigger, and that's when things started to get damaged. Right? And as things started to get damaged, I had to pay more out of pocket. After paying for everybody to come party, I had to come pay out of pocket. Right. That's when we became a theme of the backyard boogie. Like, okay, we can all party and have fun, but it's not gonna be at my expense. Right. You know what I mean? I'll front it. Right. I don't mind fronting, but I'm not gonna.
So can you remember one of your first parties? Now there's 3 parts to these interviews. There's always foundation, family, and faith. This is the foundation part right here, and I'm hearing you going through those early struggles. Do you remember your first party? First time something got broke.
My first theme, backyard boogie, yes. But as far as
before then.
Oh man, it was back then. Like my first one was probably it was in an abandoned house. Everybody can tell you when I was in high school.
We squatting, okay.
When I was in high school, you know, it was an abandoned house that we tried to go ahead and throw a little party at, and it was jumping.
I'll bet. Now, with all of these things that you have to think about, you know, stuff breaking, people being safe, you know, some people being out of their element, you know, what's your drive? What motivates you to keep doing these parties?
The people.
You know? Okay.
The people keep asking.
Okay.
And they keep telling me what they want and how they want it, and it's something that I've already experienced, I've already done, so it's like, okay, how can I make it better?
Yeah.
It's what the people want, like, you know, the people always gonna have to say so about it's the community, it's a community thing. Like you said, we can't do nothing by ourselves, and all of my businesses involves the community, so anything I'm doing, whether it's cell phone repair, photography, videography, handyman, I have to go through the community to actually be a service of it, and to be that vessel to help the next person out. So, you know, that's just how I don't know, I've always grew up around family, and I know what family is to me, so I don't know what it means to other people, but this is like a family thing for me. Like,
I see it, I remember the one that I attended. And let me be honest with you, man, I was not ready. I was not ready. It was so much that happened. It was just go. We're gonna put some information at the end, and you can see what the next one's gonna be.
That one I honestly wasn't ready for. So that one was that was my first. That I would say the 4.0 was like my first event. And when I say event, is because I went from doing the backyard boogie, but on that time, you know, I had the party bus. I had everything set up for everybody to come. But once you come, you don't have to go back to your car. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to go back for anything. I got everything here: food, drinks, party, music. Everything is at this event. You know, that's why I call it an event. But that was one that I experienced that I didn't realize I started for 10 hours. I went from 5 p.m. to dang near 5 a.m. and that was
Yeah.
that was an experience. But that one, I think it made all the other ones be like, all right, you know, I ain't gonna do no 10 hours again. But
yeah, it was exciting. But I think what impressed me the most was, and we're getting into the family part. They had a nice supporting group. You know, I remember the end of the party. And I don't know if someone locked everybody in or they just said, ain't nobody leaving until we clean up, but it was a big auntie. And I don't know, I think she had like one of them plastic things on, so I was like, all right, I just started moving tables over. But you know, it was awesome. And then the second part, I think, was watching you just kind of maneuver around, you know, the energy from person to person. And me and Daylin, we walk it. We're kind of like, I don't know if you've seen it, every time, wherever you were, we're like 20 steps behind for like 5-10 minutes. Like, man, look, who's like two proud uncles. Like, man, look at this dude. Like, he's being hospitable, he's having fun, but whoever he just finished talking to, they go off and make sure that something is handled, you know? And I was like, that blew me. So besides how much I seen, it was so controlled, you know, and to have a party where you had it at, and I mean, parking was wrapped around for blocks.
And you know the crazy part about that?
What's that?
So me throwing that party, right? There was a parking lot, right? So I had the party bus, everybody come to the parking lot. But the parking lot everybody parked in was the church parking lot.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah, it was.
I went down there. It was a big park. It was the biggest parking lot closest to the mansion. Went down there with a lady at the church. She was a pastor, which I definitely need to go back and speak with him again for even involved in that. But us doing that party that night and just how everything worked out, I went back after we cleaned the parking lot in the morning. Went back to the church, cleaned the parking lot, and you know, they was out there, and she was just like, hey. You know, I don't know what it was, and I don't know if it's because you guys were here last night, but every type of church that, I can't remember what type of church that was, but whatever specific type of church where they, what they believe in, got like TP'd that night, and like vandalized.
Right.
Every church of that kind except that church.
Right.
That same night that we threw their party and they let us park there and let everybody enjoy that. They the only church that didn't get hit with their kind, supposedly, that I've heard.
Right.
That was a story that I heard from her.
Oh, wow.
But
I got a story for you. Shoot, I had a full-blown conversation with some officers that were up the hill, you know, and they were like excited to be there because like they were like, nothing's going on.
Yeah.
We're getting paid for nothing. Like, and I was like, yeah, man, you know, stay over there. Don't go over there.
All the sheriffs showed up and it wasn't shut down, you know, and
And full disclosure, like it's not like, I mean, you have to, some people have to have way more of a longer career doing this or connections. And I don't know, I'm not saying you don't know who you do know, but, and I guess it's because I know you. I'm just looking at, I'm looking at you like this. It's just amazing because I've been to parties elsewhere, you know, huge events, and just that mirrored this. And it was always an issue. And some of these people signed the record labels or, you know, playing for a sports team or something like that. And you would think it'd be tight enough, but you know, they felt what your thought is about doing this event, and everybody just roll with it. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's your bro. I know your bro don't play either. And I know they don't play, but it was an awesome spirit around there. You know?
And it's really, just from, like I said, I listen to the people. And just from the people, it's the border baseline of it is respect.
Yeah.
It's a respect thing. Because, you know, you could be the biggest gangster, you could be the most church going, but everybody has emotions, everybody's human. You know, we all have human traits.
Yeah.
But a respect thing is, no matter what it is, people approach me and they let me know, hey, I don't never, we're open carry state, Arizona, you know? I don't never take this off of me, but for your functions, I will never bring it into your function.
I heard that too.
I wouldn't even try to bring that energy to your function. And this is what people I know who they wouldn't even.
I know.
You know,
be honest, transparent. You have catered to the YN crowd, but they don't. For some reason, they put that to the side when they come in. I've only been to one function, but I've also observed the ones after. I remember you being on Facebook for a couple hours after, just posting. You know what I mean, and just. Everybody was doing their thing, but now, you know, we're seeing the growth. And just going into your family, the family segment right now. Let's talk about the lights of your life, your children. You know, tell us a little bit about them.
Oh yeah, I do got my beautiful daughter, Penelope. She's 9. My one and only right now, which a lot of people know my story. I can't say a struggle, my story with that. Just as far as raising my daughter, being a father,
adversity.
Just being a man, having a young lady that I gotta bring into this world and teach her and show her, how to think on her own and be, But yeah, my family. I've always been a family person. My family's always been love, like family. One thing I know is family, I might not know a lot of things, but I know what family and love is for sure.
There's a whole lot of Harpers out there, man.
And, even the Primus, my Primus family, that's the huge side, which, my mom's side, my dad's side come from the Harper.
Okay.
But my Primus side, that's, where my Hispanic side come into. My great-grandmother was, Hispanic. So, she was Hispanic, so I got a lot of Hispanic family also. So.
Can you speak any Spanish?
Yeah, it be tripping people out when I just know a little bit. I don't,
you just break out, or you muy poquito? Like?
Yeah, just poquito. So even when I was in Spain, right? So I'm with D, me and D in Spain, or whatever on the tour.
Right.
And we going and we trying to talk to people, and I'm trying to talk to people, and it just ain't getting through. No matter what, you don't realize until you're out of the country that unless you know how to say water or whatever, bathroom, or you gotta have a sign, you better learn how to. You ain't gonna have that internet and translating apps all the time. You better figure out how to, translate what you're trying to say or what you're looking for. A hospital, police, whatever you're looking for, that's important. But you out of the country. But long story short, I didn't realize how much Spanish I knew until I went to Spain.
Wow.
So then when I was in Spain, and the first couple people was like, okay, I'm listening to them, and I'm like, okay, I kind of understand that.
Right.
Then it was like, such and such, such and such, and then they actually reacted. Then they, see me and they look at me and like, oh wait, I kind of know a little bit of Spanish, and it's like, oh, they're willing to help. But before that, English, oh man, they be like,
Go back to America. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And sometimes when I sit there and I'll be listening to two Spanish people talking, and I'll catch way more than I know, and I might start laughing, and they'll be like, "Oh, this dude was listening to us," I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, just go and do your thing."
And I didn't even realize with the Spanish until I went to Brazil that we went to Brazil. Once I went to Brazil, I didn't realize. So, this is just traveling, but in Brazil they speak Portuguese.
Right.
But when you listen to Portuguese, a lot of the words are Spanish words. Like it sound just like Spanish.
Though, right?
Yeah, it sounds just like Spanish. And you might say the same word, like I'm speaking Spanish to them, because I heard them say something that I'm thinking I'm understanding. But me replying in Spanish, they like, oh, what the hell is that?
Right.
Then I understood Portuguese. I not understood it, but like I could hear the difference. Like, oh, Portuguese and Spanish is like so similar, but it's not the same. Like,
not at all. I heard the further south you go, the faster. Like you listen to somebody from Mexico and listen to somebody from like Venezuela, it's like hola, and then it'll be like it'll go really fast. Shout out to my Spanish speaking community, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It gets faster. Somebody in Chile or Colombia, it's like man, it's super fast. But your travels. So you were actually like the official photographer, videographer for Daylin. as he traveled. Let's not skip over that. We're talking about my man Daylin, originally from Detroit. He's a rapper, he's an artist, but he has can I speak on that? He works with Mobb Deep. You know, he works with Half from Mobb Deep. I know, cause you know he sends me. He said I don't know what I can share, but my man with Mobb Deep, and he got some really hot music coming out, and my man had an opportunity to follow him out of the country and just move around with him. Tell us, how was that?
Man, honestly, that was probably one of the craziest experiences that I've ever experienced. Just being where I'm from, what I know and what I've known, that was probably the most jump up and do some for 30 days that I could have ever imagined. I couldn't imagine. To this day, I still can't phantom everything that we did still to right now. Like, it happened, but even just thinking about it and just all the footage and everywhere we went, coming back here, still, I feel like I went through a time machine. I don't know, this is crazy. Yeah. I've never, 23 countries in like that amount of time and seeing that much with, coming from not knowing nothing about a camera to saying I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go meet this, and I'm gonna go on stage, and I'm gonna do this one day if I ever pick up this camera. When I pick up this camera and I start this, I know I'm gonna do this, and then within the short amount of time, it happens. It's like God is real. Yeah. Like God is real. Seriously. Like, everything that I imagined, that I spoke, I've seen, I've touched, and that's spoken into existence. And it's all, he shows me every time. If I wanted to, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, well tell us, man, as we close, tell us what is upcoming. Some of the things that you're speaking into existence. What are you looking for from Dracy Harper?
Well, at the moment, I definitely want to keep the films going. I definitely want to get into the movies, get some movies going. We got a sitcom. I got a sitcom with a guy named Chris Mosley out of St. Louis. He's a comedian. Yeah. We got a sitcom called Dad Had Me at 16 that we're in the process of shooting right now.
Yeah, shout out Chris. He had the little pompadour. He had the whole
He's in a film on Tubi. I cannot think of the name.
He was pubbing it. I've seen it. We're gonna plug that in there too. Yeah.
But I got my next Backyard Boogie 8.0. We are at 8.0 May 2nd.
So that was 2 years. So you had 4 in the past 2 years? That was 2 years ago.
I think so.
Yeah.
Last year I think I had 4 last year. Wow. Because the first year, yep, I think I had. Yeah.
You know, you helped me with my wife that night too. She wasn't my wife at the time, but I had invited her actually to come to the party, and she was going to. And she was impressed that I would even invite her to a party like that because she looked up the advertisement. She was like, oh, this is one of those parties. Oh yeah, we can come on. She's like, oh, okay, so you want me to be with you? I'm like, yeah.
You know, it was funny that you say that because the video footage of my parties, it looked like it's the most ratchetest, crazy.
But it's like 10 seconds, or it's a song word.
Yeah,
it's a song word and a.
That's just the moment everybody want to bring it. You don't see nothing of the whole.
Right.
I had a 10-hour event. You only see the same 20 seconds from every camera.
Right. Y'all missed the Bible study and all that other stuff. Layup drill, all the stuff.
All the other stuff, but you know, it'd be crazy. But even when I hear the stories, because of it'd be so much. But even at 4.0, even till to this day, the way people talk about it, it's like that's the best party that they've ever been to. But it's people who was inside didn't know that people were outside. People were outside, didn't go inside and see the stuff. But then we had separate DJs, and that was an epic one. That 4.0 was one of the ones.
So you got 8.0 coming out. What's the name of your film company?
Reuniting and Building is the name of the production.
So we see you with the R&B shirts on. That's Reuniting and Building.
Reuniting and Building.
Like Rhythm and Blues, man. Okay.
Rhythm and Blues.
Nah, but okay. I like that. So where did that name for that come from?
So even when I was just starting, when I started the camera, like I said, from my daughter's situation, even how I got into the entrepreneurship, it was literally a day. I lost my job, my daughter, everything within a day. Right. It's like, you gotta make some decisions today, right now. Like, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no money coming in, going to jail today. Figure it out tomorrow, but today, right now.
There we go.
That's where it started at, but you know, I started like, okay, separating myself, distant because of all the bad stuff, so you want to isolate.
Right.
But I know when I want to come back, I'm gonna reunite and I'm gonna build. So
come on.
Me coming into it was more like, okay, when I get this camera, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this.
Right.
I'm gonna reunite all the people that I know got talent, rappers, everybody I know from. Before I had a camera, before, you know, my cousin Willie North Pole, I've seen him go
Willie.
DTP, I've seen him go to G Unit. Seeing all these things was more like a reunion. It was that space and gap of time to where I don't know, I wasn't seeing things move fast enough to where, me personally, I feel like I amped a lot of people up here to see things differently. And rather, I might not have been there, but they heard, I motivated them in some type of way, whether it was to be an entrepreneur, but it sped up a lot of process to where I started to be able to do more because of more people got the knowledge that I had. Me giving that gift made it easier, and I don't know, easier for me to move now today.
Got it. Okay. R&B, and that makes a lot of sense. Your bounce back game got to be strong, and it has to be stronger than when the last time you stopped. I mean, that's the same thing for me as far as this podcast. Like, we have to really reinvent, reunite, build. I'm an R&B this podcast as well. But man, I really want to thank you for coming. We are going to have some advertisements that are going to be running while this is playing. It's going to give you all of his information, but if you can just shout out your social medias real quick.
Yeah, so my IG is reuniting09. That's reuniting with an ING at the end, 09. You can find me on Facebook, first name, last name, Dracy Harper Jr. I'm the junior. You know what I mean? But y'all can find me pretty much on any social media under Dracy. It ain't too many of us. DRACY. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So thank you for coming, man. Once again, I'm blown away. Just thinking, as we talk, I'm thinking about that party. It was amazing. And if that's a testament to what you got going on, and that was 2 years ago, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what you got coming up next. I'm gonna show up to one of those day parties. I think the night party's a little too fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at the little beach volleyball.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that one. I seen
we
that.
done had some hip hop bingo. We done did a couple things. We done definitely.
And functions like that, even outside of church, are good for bridging the gap. Like right now outside, they're playing spades and dominoes. So you got older people, young people have to find something that's right in the middle for people to come together, man. But we thank you.
I appreciate
we love you for coming on out, man. And we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna have to shoot an episode from one of your parties, man. And thank you, man.
I appreciate you.
Man, Dracy Harper. We are signing off PODical Podcast, episode 6. God bless you. Peace.
June 6, 3.